Welcome to Nebraska Farmcast from the Center for Agricultural Profitability in the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's Department of Agricultural Economics. I'm Ryan Evans. When it comes to planning community activities and events, engaging more than just a handful of people and involving a wide-ranging cross-section of individuals can seem daunting. But the important step of getting more people involved can ultimately generate more ideas to make the process and the outcome more successful. That's according to Cheryl Burkhart-Kriesel, an extension specialist with Rural Prosperity Nebraska, who says that going slow to go fast in the community planning process can pay big dividends. She joins me now. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Ryan.
Well, thanks for being here. So you use this phrase that I've just mentioned, go slow to go fast, to describe an approach to community planning. So what's meant by that?
I know that sounds a little odd and a little funny, but it really makes sense in the community world. So it's really easy to get a few people together and come up with an idea that affects the community and just want to move forward with implementation and action. And, you know, this sounds good, and you kind of are enthused and you're ready to go. But you probably need to slow down and ask who else needs to be involved and who else needs to know about this idea.
So how does going slow and working to involve more people in that planning process hopefully translate to that better outcome when it comes to events and other community efforts?
Well, when you have more people involved, you just naturally get more approaches, and often ideas build on each other. And so you come up with better ways to do things and ways to implement.
Not to mention everybody probably likes having a seat at the table, right?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
And so if there is this core group of planners that might be smaller in size, what are some ways that they can get input from more people beyond their small group who might generate more diverse ideas?
Well, sometimes all you need to really do is reach out to a few key people, and it may be obvious or maybe not so obvious. So, for instance, does someone on the village board or city council need to know about this idea or this plan? Or if it's a larger organization, is there somebody at the chamber or economic development group? Especially this holds true for larger projects. You know, sometimes it can be as simple as, is there someone in the community that is just naturally well connected? And it could be just by their involvement in a lot of organizations and maybe even their past history of work in the community. The level of involvement might be just a little, or it could be a lot. It really depends upon the person and the situation. But asking for them to participate and getting a diverse group of people engaged is really important to build those community connections.
So what's your advice to groups who might feel that they're not getting many responses if they're there and they're trying to reach out to other people beyond their small group? When they initially invite that additional feedback, they're just not getting much. What do they do then?
Well, and this is a common issue and problem a lot of times in communities. And so if people are really reluctant to get involved in the first place, sometimes you need to think about just breaking down the task and asking for assistance or help in little bits and pieces. So maybe would you just help by talking to two other people, or distribute a flyer, or maybe post something on Facebook, or maybe it's just see if this date is clear on the chamber or community calendar. A small focus task people usually have time for. And lots of people completing very specific tasks can get a whole lot done in a community. And I think for me, the big takeaway in all of this is keeping in the back of your mind that it's just so important to go slow, get people involved, to ultimately go fast down the road. It's just always something that's important to remember.
That's great advice. And do you have any examples of how communities have benefited when they do take this time to go slow to go fast, as you said, and involve more people in the planning process?
Well, often it just helps to eliminate conflicts within the community in terms of even simple things like dates on the calendar. By getting more people involved, you kind of know what's going on. But there's also this larger issue. It becomes more of a community event. People are not burned out, just a few people, because really a much broader group has kind of shared the load and shared the responsibility. So that more involvement, better ideas really equates to improved community action.
All right, go slow to go fast. Thank you, Cheryl. That is Cheryl Burkhart-Kriesel with Rural Prosperity Nebraska. You can find out more about their work at ruralprosperityne.unl.edu. And she has also written a new article that we have up on our website at the Center for Ag Profitability, cap.unl.edu. So again, great stuff. Cheryl, I want to thank you for taking some time to chat about it today.
Thank you, Ryan.
Nebraska Farmcast is a production of the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. For the latest research-based information and education resources to manage your farm or ranch operation, visit our website at cap.unl.edu. That's cap.unl.edu.